Chosen one, there is a secret they never wanted you to know until now. Perhaps you have felt it in the deepest chambers of your heart, that quiet sense of unrest whispering that something bigger was at play. Or maybe you have seen it in subtle synchronicities. Random numbers appearing over and over, people showing up in your life right when you need them, dreams that carry messages too vivid to dismiss as mere fantasy. You wondered if you were grasping at illusions, if the hints you noticed were just coincidences. But there is no coincidence in the tapestry of a life like yours. Forces beyond your usual comprehension have always been guiding and shaping your path, eager to reveal truths that might shatter the limitations you've unknowingly placed upon yourself. Now, you stand at the cusp of unveiling the secret they hoped would remain concealed. You have the power, yes, you, to bring about a shift not only in your personal existence but also in the collective reality around you. Close your eyes for a moment and inhale slowly, letting each breath pull you closer to the clarifying light of awareness. Exhale the doubts you have carried, the false narratives that told you you were just another face in the crowd. You are far more than you appear to be, a reservoir of potential, woven intricately with threads of destiny. The powers that never wanted you to know this have built entire structures, mindsets, and social patterns to keep you preoccupied, to keep your attention on trivial concerns so you wouldn't awaken. Why? Because an awakened soul is unstoppable, a being who can no longer be coerced by fear, nor swayed by illusions. They needed you to remain distracted, chasing fleeting desires or cowering under false limitations, so the greater tapestry of your influence would remain dormant. But times are changing, and your soul cannot be muted forever. Perhaps you have noticed that certain things you once valued feel strangely hollow now. The routines you followed mindlessly no longer satisfy the stirring in your spirit. This dissatisfaction is not a curse but a sign that you have outgrown the illusions that used to confine you. Where you once found security in the opinions of others, or the safety of stable routines, you now sense a deep restlessness. That restlessness calls you to peer behind the curtain and behold a reality that was carefully hidden in plain sight. You realize that your day-to-day existence, though meaningful in its own right, is but a fraction of what you are truly capable of. You see glimpses of the power in your intuition, the magnetism of your heart, and the miracle of your resilience, and you suspect there is so much more to discover. Think back on the darkest nights of your journey, when you questioned whether you were truly alone in this world, whether your prayers and silent pleas fell on deaf ears. Yet each time, you found a way forward, sometimes through pure determination, other times by unexpected grace. Those moments of rescue, epiphany, or sudden strength were never random. They were cosmic winks, the universe whispering, "You are not forsaken. You have a role, a mission, a light that will not be dimmed." The secret they never wanted you to know is that you are connected to a grand intelligence, a force that weaves circumstances, people, and events into patterns that awaken your potential. Once you see these patterns and trust them, you step into a realm of infinite possibilities, liberated from the illusions that once bound you. But be forewarned, the unveiling of such a secret demands courage. The minute you acknowledge that you are part of something greater, the illusions of smallness and powerlessness start to fracture. The institutions and individuals who profited from your ignorance may intensify their attempts to keep you in line, through ridicule, dismissiveness, or even tempting you back into old habits. They might label you a dreamer, a conspiracy theorist, or someone who's lost touch with reality. However, as you align with this emerging truth, you discover a new center of gravity deep within your soul, a place immune to the trivialities and manipulations that once unsettled you. Your faith in your purpose amplifies, and your clarity about who you are grows sharper by the day. This is the metamorphosis they hoped to prevent. Pause here to breathe, and let the gravity of what you are reading settle in your core. You are not just a leaf tossed about by the winds of circumstance. You are an architect of your destiny, co-creating your experience with each thought, emotion, and choice. This secret reveals that your mind is not merely a passive reactor to external stimuli. It is a vibrant wellspring that shapes your external world more than you have been led to believe. If that sounds radical, it's because it is. Radical truths often appear outlandish to those conditioned to accept the mainstream narrative of limitation. Yet your heart knows better. Each time you dared to visualize a different reality or prayed with unwavering focus, you glimpsed the power of conscious creation. The difference now is that you will no longer treat it as a fleeting phenomenon or a last resort. You will embody it as a living truth. Before we delve deeper, let's anchor this moment with 3 symbolic actions. First, like this video as a testament that you are present and open to this revelation. Second, subscribe to this channel so that these messages, aligned with your awakening, can continue to find you. Third, comment 777 below to declare that you align with this deeper truth. If something in you resists, observe that resistance with compassion. Often, we cling to the known, even if it limits us, because venturing into the unknown can be unsettling. But trust the call of your spirit. If you feel even a slight resonance, follow it. These seemingly small actions can carry tremendous weight in the realm of intention. Chosen one, you might be asking, what exactly is the secret, and how do I use it? In its simplest form, the secret is that your consciousness, your beliefs, emotions, and intentions, shapes your external experiences far more than you have been told. This doesn't mean external events are always under your direct control. Life is nuanced. However, your internal state acts like a magnet, drawing to you circumstances, people, and opportunities that match your predominant vibrations. For so long, you may have been conditioned to see the world as fixed, unchangeable, leaving you at its mercy. In truth, your inner world has always been the blueprint from which your outer reality is constructed. When you shift the blueprint, replacing fear with trust, scarcity with abundance, doubt with self-belief, the external realm begins to reconfigure around you. Of course, acknowledging this power means taking responsibility. It is far easier to blame fate, society, or unchangeable facts for the outcomes we dislike. Accepting that we co-create our reality can initially feel daunting because it dismantles the comfort of victimhood. But as you break through that initial discomfort, a liberating joy emerges. You realize that your potential is vast and that by refining your focus, you can lead your life in directions that resonate with your deepest yearnings. This is what they didn't want you to know. Once you truly grasp that you are a conscious creator, you can no longer be manipulated by fear-mongering, limited by imposed ceilings, or herded into mindless conformity. You become the artist of your life's masterpiece, unbound by the illusions that govern the many who remain asleep. Still, stepping into this power does not mean everything becomes easy. Challenges persist, but you confront them from a vantage of empowered perspective. Instead of feeling victimized by adversity, you interpret it as an invitation to grow stronger or to change course. You realize every setback can serve as a stepping stone. Every heartbreak can expand your capacity for empathy and compassion, and every moment of confusion can sharpen your intuition. This approach transforms obstacles into allies on your journey towards self-realization and collective service. Yes, collective service. Because once you awaken to the potency of your consciousness, you also see that your growth benefits not just you but those around you who are influenced by your evolving presence. The secret they hid from you is not purely for your individual gain. It is for the upliftment of entire communities, networks, and eventually the human family as a whole. Now, let us address how to tangibly apply this secret. It begins with self-awareness, noticing the thoughts, emotions, and words you allow to circulate through your mind and out of your lips. If you find yourself repeatedly affirming negative beliefs about your capabilities or your circumstances, you must break that cycle. Introduce new patterns. Affirmations that speak life into your goals, gratitude for what you currently have, and a refusal to dwell in destructive self-talk. This is not about denying your real emotions or ignoring genuine challenges. It is about shifting your center of gravity towards solutions, hope, and the unwavering belief that you are more than your present situation. Whenever negativity arises, treat it as a signal to realign your thinking. Through practice, you will find this becomes more natural, and the external shifts you witness will reinforce your commitment. Also vital is understanding that the secret includes collaboration with a higher intelligence or force. Whether you identify this force as God, the universe, spirit, or simply a cosmic field of energy, it is more than happy to co-create with you. Prayer, meditation, or heartfelt intention all serve as channels through which your desires and gratitude are communicated. As you become consistent in these practices, you will notice synchronicities increasing. You might think of someone, and they call you, or you find the perfect book at exactly the right time. Resist chalking these up to mere coincidence. Recognize them as nudges that confirm your newly awakened relationship with the flow of life. You are, in fact, dancing with the universe, each step guided by a subtle and benevolent choreography. In the face of skepticism, both from within yourself and from others who remain cloaked in cynicism, anchor yourself in evidence from your own experiences. Recall the times things worked out almost magically when you dared to dream, or the times you overcame obstacles that logic said should have defeated you. These personal victories, no matter how small, serve as reminders that you have always been more powerful than you gave yourself credit for. The secret they withheld from you is something you have already tasted, even if briefly, in moments of spontaneous success or uncanny luck. The difference now is that you will harness it deliberately and with reverent consistency. Yes, you can and should remain grounded, aware that life includes complexities, tragedies, and factors beyond immediate control. Being a conscious creator is not about ignoring the world's struggles. It's about confronting them with a sense of agency. So when pain or injustice appears, you do not feel helpless. You ask, how can I shift my mindset, my local environment, or my broader influence to respond in a constructive way? Over time, your personal expansion might inspire you to take on bigger missions, helping your community, advocating for causes that resonate with your heart, or mentoring others who are still entangled in illusions of smallness. The effect becomes exponential. As you transform, you catalyze transformation in those around you. Chosen one, it is normal to feel occasional weariness when stepping into this deeper reality. Habits of negativity or self-doubt accumulated over years won't vanish overnight. Have patience with yourself. Imagine a forest regrowing after a devastating fire. It happens gradually, yet each day brings new life. Similarly, each day you can reaffirm your commitment to aligning with the universe's creative intelligence. Each time you do, you plant seeds of possibility that eventually bloom into tangible blessings. You might slip into old mindsets occasionally, compassionately correct course each time. That course correction is not a sign of failure. It's the discipline that cements your transformation. Now, if you haven't already done so, please take a moment to fulfill the 3 symbolic actions mentioned. Like this video, subscribe to stay in the flow of messages that resonate with your evolving consciousness, and comment 777 below. This 777 stands as your declaration that you embrace this newly uncovered secret, refusing to let it fade back into obscurity. Perhaps you feel a subtle tingling or warmth in your body as you commit. Those are signs that your spirit recognizes the significance of this moment. Trust them. Let them anchor your resolve. Reflect for a moment on what your life could look like if you fully embodied this secret. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of purpose, trusting that your day will unfold not by random chance, but by the synergy of your intentions and the universe's response. Picture the relationships you could build, infused with mutual upliftment and authentic connection. Visualize creative projects flowing with ease, finances aligning through opportunities that feel almost hand-picked for you, and your emotional well-being anchored in a quiet sense of being divinely guided. While challenges will arise, you will no longer approach them with the dread of a powerless individual. You will greet them as a puzzle solver, co-creating solutions with the intelligence that orchestrates all living things. This is not a fantasy. It is a window into what can be. Once you accept the secret they never wanted you to know, you might find resistance from people who say, "Life just happens to us. We can't control anything." But controlling everything was never the premise. Instead, it's about collaborating, harnessing your thoughts, emotions, and actions to steer life's unfolding. We do not claim omnipotence, we claim influence, and that's precisely the secret. Influence is enough to reshape your destiny, enough to create ripples of light in the world's darkest corners. The universe is not a tyrant. It's a dance partner waiting for you to pick the next step. If you remain inert, content to let external forces dictate your path, you forfeit your power. When you step onto the dance floor of conscious creation, you embrace an adventure as old as humanity itself, yet eternally new in every breath. Chosen one, gather up every doubt that says you are unremarkable or that your yearnings are impossible. Gently place them aside, not as an act of denial but as a statement of choosing a different vantage point. The secret demands you adopt a stance of possibility. If your mind immediately spouts reasons it can't happen, your age, your finances, your health, realize these are challenges, not final verdicts. Your new perspective sees them as starting points for transformation, not immovable barriers. By adjusting your internal blueprint, you often find solutions and pathways that were invisible under the old narrative of impossibility. In this courageous shift, keep love at the core of your intention. The universe responds best when your goals and desires aim to uplift not just yourself but also others. If your quest for abundance includes the desire to share or to create opportunities for those less fortunate, your alignment with the universal flow deepens. If your pursuit of success is linked with inspiring others to discover their own gifts, synergy multiplies your impact. The secret they withheld is that altruism, when genuine, is not weakness but the highest expression of enlightened self-interest. You expand your personal fulfillment by ensuring others also find reason to hope. Of course, the pursuit of your calling will not always be comfortable. People close to you might not comprehend your evolution or your newfound perspectives. Some will try to keep you tethered to who you used to be, reminding you of your old limitations as though they define your eternal capacity. But you need not be harsh with them. Remember, they too are dealing with their illusions and insecurities. Compassion for their confusion liberates you from resentment. You can love them, set boundaries, and continue your journey without apology or guilt. That is your sacred right. Another essential practice is to maintain an attitude of gratitude. Each day, consciously note the blessings that come your way, be they small or grand. This practice is not about ignoring hardships. It's about cultivating an energetic climate of appreciation, which raises your vibration. Higher vibrations attract more experiences that sustain that elevated state. Over time, your life becomes a series of coincidences that align with your highest good. By anchoring in gratitude, you remain shielded from the cynicism that pervades many environments. You also become a beacon of positivity, lifting the spirits of those who cross your path. If you face setbacks, do not interpret them as cosmic punishment or evidence that the secret is false. Even the greatest visionaries endured failures and betrayals. Yet it is how you respond that matters. When you meet adversity with unwavering faith in your co-creative power, adversity often transforms into a stepping stone. Miracles frequently arrive disguised as detours or delays. Your perspective can transmute a stumbling block into an opportunity to refine your strategy, hone your skills, or deepen your compassion. The universe uses challenges to sculpt the diamond within you, not to crush it. Chosen one, do not forget that freedom from illusions also implies freedom from external validation. Part of the reason they never wanted you to know this secret is that a person who stands tall in their own power is much harder to manipulate through guilt, shame, or societal norms. The illusions revolve around convincing you that your worth depends on external approval or accomplishments. Once you see through that lie, you become unstoppable, driven by an inner sense of purpose that external voices can't easily erode. People may try to guilt you with obligations or corner you into abiding by their limited viewpoints, but your clarity will help you remain anchored in what truly matters. As your transformation becomes evident, some may approach you in awe, curious about the source of your radiance or the secret to your peace. This is your chance to share your experiences, not by preaching or seeking followers, but by living your truth so compellingly that others sense the authenticity behind it. Your example can ripple out, igniting the possibility of awakening in those who observe you. This is how the secret spreads, not through forced indoctrination but through the quiet, magnetic pull of a life that resonates with higher truths. Eventually, you may find yourself in roles you never anticipated, guiding or mentoring others who yearn to break free from their illusions. Embrace these roles humbly, recalling your own journey and empathizing with their struggles. If confusion arises around your next step, let your instincts lead. The universe doesn't always broadcast directions in neon lights. More often, it speaks through an inner inclination, a repeated thought, an unshakable hunch, a dream whose symbolism lingers in your mind. Listen to these gentle communications. They might guide you to apply for a job that seems out of reach, to speak boldly about an issue you've been silent on, or to move to a new environment that energizes your spirit. The rational mind may protest, providing lists of reasons you should stay safe. Yet the heart, aligned with the universe, cannot lie about the longing for expansion. Trust the heart's call and watch as cosmic forces align in your favor. Remember, this journey is not about personal elevation alone. The real magic unfolds when your awakening radiates outward, touching the hearts of friends, family, and even strangers who cross your path. By choosing to live in alignment with the secret that your inner world shapes your outer experience, you become a living demonstration of possibility. Some who initially resist or mock might later circle back, curious about your peace and progress. Serve them from a place of genuine compassion, acknowledging that once you too were bound by illusions. Now, if you have already liked this video, subscribed, and typed 777, internalize the significance of that action. You have, in your own quiet way, declared that you accept this unveiling, that you will not allow the secret to slip back into obscurity. Your heart has responded, yes, I choose to co-create, to stand in my truth, to let illusions fall away. Once you own this choice, every day becomes an adventure in refinement, a practice in living from the center of your authentic power. This practice is not a burden, but a joyous unfolding, revealing layers of your being you never knew existed. As you integrate this knowledge, be mindful that illusions will attempt to resurface. Patterns from childhood, opinions from peers who refuse to expand, fears you thought you had conquered. Each time they arise, see them as signals pointing to where more healing or clarity is needed. The secret is not that you will never face illusions again, but that you now have the tools to dismantle them whenever they appear. The cycle of unveiling becomes cyclical growth, each round elevating you to new heights of understanding and capacity. Chosen one, your journey is as infinite as the stars. The universe invites you to step beyond your known edges, to journey into realms of creativity and service you once deemed inaccessible. The illusions that remain in your mind are not to be destroyed by force, but to be outshone by the radiance of your awakened consciousness. As you commit to that radiance, doors will open that your rational mind might still be trying to figure out. Let it try, but do not let it hamper you. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a poor master. Keep it aligned with the wisdom of your heart, which resonates with universal truth. One day, you might find yourself reflecting on this exact message, how it arrived in your life at a time when you were ready but perhaps didn't realize it. You'll recall the sense of excitement or hope that fluttered in your chest as you realized you had a choice. Remain in the old illusions or embrace the secret they never wanted you to know. You'll remember how you typed 777, feeling an inexplicable force guiding your fingers, as if your soul was signing a contract with destiny. And looking around, you'll see how your external reality evolved to match the shift in your internal convictions. You might see new relationships formed on a foundation of genuine love and growth, new opportunities that let you express your gifts fully, and a newfound sense of calm and wonder at the magic of simply being alive. Reflect also on how you are now part of a lineage of awakened souls who refused to let society's limitations define them. In every era, there have been those who broke away from the norm, who stood tall against overwhelming odds, and who insisted that more was possible. These are the visionaries, the healers, the catalysts who shape culture rather than letting culture shape them. By embracing the secret, you become a torchbearer in that lineage, ensuring that the light continues to spread and that countless others can find their way out of the darkness of complacency and hopelessness. Even in moments of struggle, keep your faith anchored in the deeper reality that you are intimately connected to a cosmic intelligence that works tirelessly on your behalf, weaving answers, solutions, and miracles. This trust fosters resilience in you, a resilience not reliant on external validation, but on the unwavering knowledge that you are cherished, you are guided, and you are co-creating an extraordinary narrative. The very illusions they used to bind you lose their grip the instant you stand in this knowledge. For illusions feed on fear and ignorance, both of which crumble in the face of luminous truth. So go forth, chosen one, with a bold and open heart. Carry within you the secret they never wanted you to know, not as a weapon of arrogance but as a key to liberation, for yourself and for all who encounter your energy. Act with the confidence of someone who understands the creative power of their thoughts and emotions, who knows that limitations are but invitations to explore new solutions, and who sees in every passing moment an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to growth, compassion, and expansion. Let your awakened spirit be a beacon that silently proclaims, "Yes, illusions once held me, but I have seen through the veil, and I shall remain free." In that freedom, you will discover not just personal fulfillment but a profound sense of alignment with the grand tapestry of life, of which you are an integral, shining thread. Now take another deep breath. Exhale softly. You have come a long way in comprehending that which was deliberately withheld. Type 777 below if you haven't already, as your final statement of acceptance and readiness to live from this sacred place of truth. Then arise from your seat or your current space, literally or metaphorically, with the posture of someone who no longer tolerates the old illusions. You are stepping into a future designed by your awakened heart, and every breath can be an act of creation rather than a passive acceptance of fate. Walk on, chosen one, forging new roads in a world starved for authenticity, wonder, and the unstoppable force of a conscious mind. Let each day confirm to you that the secret is real, and that your power, awakened and guided by love, is an unstoppable gift to all of humanity.